It's the Dustbusters on the Woodsongs, Old Time Radio. It's a group called the Dustbusters from their self-titled CD, Greenback, Dollar. And we've got Walker Shepard playing the banjo. Eli Smith is playing the guitar. Craig Yodelman on the fiddle on that song. Let's say hi to Eli. They're standing there in the middle with his guitar. Hello, hello. So how does the Dustbusters get together? Were you like friends since childhood and then decided the music was cool? Or how did you guys meet?
No, I think we've all been very much entranced with this music, even though it's local to here and not where we're from. But when we heard it, we loved it right away. Craig and Walker went to school together. I met Walker through a mutual friend, Peter Stamfel from the old band, the Holy Modal Rounders.
Yeah, that's where Rounder Records got their name.
Yeah.
So you're all in the New York City area, is that?
That's right.
Yeah, we're based out of Brooklyn.
So Craig, is that where you're from originally? You're a New York?
No, well, I was born in South Africa, but actually grew up in Seattle,
really?
and then
So
made
how'd
the
you-
move out here. So
it's like a family move over?
yeah, family's been moving for generations, kind of, and that's where we're in. So
you're sort of a musical gypsy?
yeah, I started out with klezmer and classical and jazz, and sort of picked up different folk musics. But then when I heard this American music, it just really caught me. The old stuff that has that rawness and that spark.
Well, speaking of rawness and spark on the old-time banjo, there's Walker Shepard. Where's the interest in playing old-time banjo? I mean, why aren't you plugged in with the Marshall stacks, picking up girls in bars and playing old Bon Jovi records and stuff? Why the old-time banjo? Because that pretty much guarantees you're not going to get a date.
Yeah, that's true. No, I guess I was into that stuff until I heard Harry Smith Anthology and thought it was just the best music I've ever heard. Weirdest and coolest.
Weirdest and cool at the same time. So now it was when you were a kid growing up, was the banjo and the fiddle and the stuff that you're playing now, was that in your home? Was that part of your home experience, or is this something you picked up as a teenager apart from everything else?
Well, the guitar was definitely. My dad was a guitar player, still is. But yeah, banjo, fiddle, new instruments that I kind of picked up after playing the guitar.
And Eli, the listening to these old records, how do you decipher a lot of the arrangements? Because a lot of those old records are played really fast, and it's not really clear. Like we listened to the Red Fox Chasers. I mean, that's an old, scratchy record. And that's...
Yeah, if they invent time travel, it'll be very good because we can be hired as interpreters. You just get better. You get better at it at first. It's just unintelligible, and then you start to learn some of the lingo that they had back then, some of the old slang that's very colorful, and stuff like that.
And how are you finding like younger audiences? Because you're all guys in your young 20s and stuff like that. I mean, the younger audiences that are out there now that are attracted to your shows, they're growing up in an age of auto-tuning and editing and refining and correcting and compressing, and you're playing just a really raw sound. So how's the audiences reacting to the old-time string sound?
I think they're reacting to it very well, and people are very alienated. And this kind of old folk music, I think, speaks to people's most human qualities. So I think the more urbanized and the more stamped out industrial plastic the world gets, the more relevant this music is almost.
Well said. Well said. Now, and this may have some import to what we're talking about, because you're all in the New York City area. That's where I was born and grew up. And since 9/11, which happened in your home community, since 9/11, I think America as a whole has been searching for its roots again, and where we came from, what made this such an interesting place to live, and how we built this society that we're all taking advantage of now. I mean, Craig, you're nodding your head yes. I mean, how do you find that?
Yeah, I think 9/11 and this recession, I think in general, there was already sort of movement started in Brooklyn of sort of going back to, trying to get more involved with where our food's coming from, where our clothes are coming from, and actually the way that our life is produced. And so I think we've seen a big resurgence in the interest in this kind of music. And like you say, that it's just an experience of you and the instruments and not everything around it.
It's a kind of a worldwide front porch again, isn't it?